hero.
Have you any hobbies?
My hobbies are fast cars and fast women.
Hobbies are healthy. They teach you things. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Welcome in, everybody, back to Around the UFL. James Larson here, Pro Football Newsroom, and Around the UFL host since the ref has dropped off the face of the earth. We're here with John Lewis back on the show. John, I don't know. Are you PFN yet? Like, what's going on here? I feel like you're a mainstay at this point.
I think I'm honorary. I don't think I'm official.
You're an affiliate, you know?
Right, yeah. We'll go with that.
Before
affiliate.
you know it, we'll have a nice shoulder patch for you, too.
I'll take it.
John Lewis, PFN logo here, John Lewis Sports logo on the shoulders. I like it.
Hey, I'll take it, man. I'll take it. If it's free, it's me.
How's your week going so far?
It's good, man. 17 days away from kickoff here in Louisville. I never thought I would say this. We are about 2 weeks away from a UFL kickoff in Louisville. I'm pretty pumped.
Yeah, I can imagine. And only a couple more weeks after that, and Ducky will have a UFL kickoff of his own in Columbus. Ducky, how you feeling about those Aviators, man?
I'm excited. I mean, week one, we're still going to do the watch party at Combustion, so we're all going to get together week one still. I'm excited about it. I'm excited to see everybody show up.
Combustion at Combustion. I like it. Well, it's going to be an interesting week of topics here. I mean, we don't have any, insane breaking news to talk about, but there's been some training camp movement. Luckily, since I'm here in Dallas, I've been able to get to some of these camps, practices, and things like that, get a feel for how these teams stack up. And, John, I feel like we'll jump right into it since we're talking about the Louisville Kings. Was I a little bit better that time?
Oh, man, you are you're almost there.
Almost there. I'm getting there. I've been practicing. When I was driving to the Kings practice the other day, I was practicing it just in my car, just going over and over and over. That way I wouldn't sound like an idiot in front of Chris Redmond. So,
100% improvement, man. It's great.
We're getting there. By the 27th, I'm hoping to have it down pat.
Yeah. You're way ahead of schedule.
I feel like before we get to what's actually going on with the Kings, some drama. We'll just jump right into that. A tweet today from Lynn Bowden, which is no longer up. He deleted it. But the tweet basically said something along the lines of, appreciate you Kings fans, appreciate my time here. He's going back and forth in replies. He made it sound like he was released. That's a guy that, we thought would be a big part of this Louisville Kings team. I mean, you look at just the past that he has of playing football in Kentucky, what he brings to the table. John, thoughts on what could have happened there, and kind of a little messy on social media today.
Yeah, that I don't know what happened. And yeah, to put that out on social media that way, and then the replies like, I think someone had asked him, well, are you going to play for another UFL team? And he said something to the effect of like, well, probably not after what I just went through. It's a shame. Lynn Bowden is a singular talent. And it was so fun talking to him. You had him right here on the show. It was like so fun talking to him about this opportunity. We had talked to him. I got a chance to talk to him at the fan rally here. And, he kind of indicated that he was getting over some surgery when he was in the DC camp last year before. But then he said he was kind of in his own head. So I don't know, but it's a shame because he's such a versatile talent. And as a couple of people pointed out, Christopher and Royce there in the chat, some wide receiver stocks went way up because he's a weapon and he could have done a lot. I mean, there's so much that he could do. Yeah, Lucky Jackson being on the Kings roster is huge. But yeah, it's too bad. And you're right, it got kind of messy there. I didn't care for that. It's too bad and he was going to be playing with Benny Snell, another former Kentucky Wildcat whose paths crossed at UK and had a lot of fans excited. And he handled everything so well at the fan rally and just seemed like really excited to play for the Kings and have this opportunity. But, that's what it is.
I mean, we literally had him on the show, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
I mean, we talking about, chugging a beer after that week 1 game.
There went my chance to shotgun a beer with Lynn Bowden.
Yeah. But now you're going to have to do it in JoJo Tillery's face when the Kings beat the Stallions. So.
Let JoJo please know I do have a Stallions shirt on. So yes. I actually own a couple, 2 or 3, 4 of these. But I am wearing one now. I expect to see him in the chat anytime.
Yes, and JoJo, shout out, I got the Jay Sternberger merch on. So we're repping Birmingham today. I know we get some Stallions fans think that we're haters, but we just call it how it is. I've always said
no, I am a hater.
Kentucky will own up to it.
Yeah. But no, I mean, John, I think you bring up a good point. You look at this wide receiver room, there is a lot of talent here. Lucky Jackson, that's a guy that was making a whole lot of plays in camp. We've seen his highlights posted a couple times. I got to go to that Gamblers joint practice about a week ago. It was actually last Tuesday, and he was balling. I mean, he was scoring touchdowns. He was getting open in the flat. He was getting open in the middle of the field, like all 3 levels. Lucky's a guy that is going to be a huge impact player for the Kings this year. Tariq Black is another guy that he's got a lot of speed. He was beating defenders over the top. He's going to be a really exciting prospect. So I could see Black kind of filling in there because, Lynn Bowden, he's so dynamic, right? I mean, he can return. He can throw the football. He can catch the football. He can come out of the backfield. But the Kings do have a lot of depth, so I'm not too worried about, when it comes to explosive playmaking, they'll be all right. I mean, you look at a guy like Isaiah Winstead and Javante Payton, who comes over from the Renegades. Those guys are vets in the scene. A lot of size, a lot of talent there. The guy to keep an eye on, and the slot at least for me, would be Kwame Lassiter. He didn't practice the one practice I was there. I think he was tweaked up a bit, but as long as he's healthy, that's a guy that played for your Showboats last year.
Yeah, I mean, he was a solid player. I think you had to talk me off a ledge here when it was first announced that the Showboats were going to be the Louisville Kings, but I watched almost every game and actually saw the Showboats in person lose to the Houston Roughnecks, but there's a lot of talent on that team, and I am glad to see them, especially offensive talent, certainly here in Louisville.
Yeah.
5 pick, Jason. You first of all, if JoJo got 5 picks, something has gone terribly wrong with Louisville's offense because I don't know that Jason Bean is going to throw the ball that much. I mean, he's going to be pretty dynamic with his feet too.
Yeah, I mean, the few plays that I got to see with Bean at the helm during that joint practice, he was killing Houston's linebackers with his legs. I mean, he would. Yeah. And that's one of those things, John, where, it takes reps. Like, you'd like to see him throw the ball a bit more frequently. But the good news is, if he can't throw the ball, if he can't find someone downfield, you know what? Don't throw an interception. Take off. Take the yardage, right? I mean, and that's what we're seeing him do here in camp. So it's giving me confidence that Louisville's offense is going to be pretty dynamic
That was a
with Bean
dynamic
at the helm.
pronunciation.
I mean,
Yeah.
we've seen Redmond call him league MVP already, and the season hasn't even started. So
He said he was going to be a superstar, so you know that Chris Redmond is liking what he sees with Jason Bean. You watch some of those Kansas highlights, man. Just some of the, getting out of the pocket, a lot of, just off schedule kind of things that he does, and he does so well. And his arm strength is incredible. Now, arm strength is one of those things with quarterbacks that's a little bit overrated because you can have all the arm strength in the world, but if you don't have any accuracy, it doesn't matter. But what I've seen out of him is like he's got both. And that is, I mean, he just seems to me like a huge weapon.
couldn't agree with you more. I think what will be intriguing to see is hopefully he stays healthy.
Yeah,
Because
right.
I wouldn't say I'm exactly super confident in either one of his backups. Chandler Rogers, N'Kosi Perry, I like what they both bring to the table as far as raw athletic prospects. Chandler hasn't played at all professionally. Perry was overseas, and he's put some good stuff on tape, and he also has put some bad stuff on tape. So, there's kind of a mix and match of both. So, hopefully, for your sake, John, they just stay healthy. But
Let's hope so.
talk about the competition you're going to be seeing in week one. It's going to be tough to get by the Stallions, in my humble opinion here. I know Birmingham fans like to come at the show. They think that we're haters, but this team, look, if you guys read my article, I would highly recommend doing that. I don't know how in the world A.J. McCarron is going to cut this roster down, at least from like a skills position standpoint, because they're stacked. I mean, the running back room alone, McFarland, Snoop Connor, Tyron Davis-Price, Nate Noel, I watched all of those guys make explosive plays while at the camp. And odds are they're only going to keep 3 running backs. Teams don't keep 4 on the roster. One of those guys is going to go. So, I mean, we'll see how that one shakes out. Wide receiver room, John, I don't know what to say, man. Like, this is it's ridiculous that, like, the guys on the lower end of the totem pole are Jabre Barber and Cam Eccles-Looper, who are both very good receivers in their own regard.
And they've got highlight reels in the UFL themselves it's pretty incredible. And that's what A.J. McCarron had said. He goes, all of our coaches went out to dinner and we were trying to get away from football, but we couldn't stop talking about all the talent that we have. And to your point, like where do you make the cuts? That is going to be really tough. I mean, it's a good problem to have. There's no question, but you got to think the cuts that the Birmingham Stallions make, I could see most of them ending up on a roster somewhere else because there are teams out there that would find a place for them.
I couldn't agree more. It's actually going to be interesting when cut day comes because how many teams are going to cut down to under 50 just so they can pick up a couple of these high prospect guys, high profile
There's some strategy there,
from the other team. So that'll be something to watch. But just from my analysis from watching the Stallions, Jaden Mickens is a wide receiver to watch. I mean, he had, I think, 3 or 4 catches in a row during that practice that I got to go see. I think it was Thursday. John Ross, interestingly enough, had a drop. And not something that I would really bring up, except for the fact that the margin for error, in my opinion, is very slim when you've got this stacked of a room. And John Ross is a former first rounder. You think he's a lock to make this roster, but I was talking to my guy Jojo Tillery after practice. He's like, man, like no one's job is safe. Like literally, like he could get cut, and like he's playing really well here in camp. Like I think it just goes to show the talent level we have right now. It's impossible to predict who's going to go.
Yeah, I think it's there. That might be the most stacked training camp that we have seen and that we are seeing right now. Like what they have put together there through the draft, through the protected players, through bringing some of these free agents in. I mean, yeah, But, and I'm not saying that any of them are trash, but it's going to be one of those, one man's trash is going to be another man's treasure. And I have a feeling that some of those cuts are going to end up being stars somewhere else. And you're right. That's an interesting strategy where you drop below that minimum so you can pick up some of these guys that you think are going to get, out of camp.
Birmingham quarterbacks, want to jump into that a little bit because I hate to break this news to 3 Down Nation, but Taylor Algersma is, in fact, with the Stallions here in camp. I saw it with my own eyes. Unless A.J. McCarron's got some high-tech hologram technology that, none of us know about, he's here in camp. And he looked good. All 3 quarterbacks for Birmingham looked good. First up, you had Matt Corral, and he was running with the ones. Not really shocking. Right. he had like the prototypical Matt Corral kind of day, torching the defense, finding his guys, and then like two just boneheaded throws. Like one of them was right to Tay Crowder, like with no offensive player in sight, that was picked off. He had another one kind of deep down the field that was way off, but outside of that, he looked sharp. Taylor Algerismer was running with the threes, but I would assume that's because he just got to camp. So I know there were some people, like even 3 Down Nation, which all they did was look at my tweet and saw that I said that they were haters and didn't actually read the context of the tweet, where I said that Algerismer was running with the threes because he just got to camp. That does not mean that he's QB3. They did not read that part. They just saw that he was QB3 and were like, wow, I can't believe that this high-profile Canadian quarterback is QB. Like, no, he's not. Like, the guy was just at the combine. We know this. So
Right.
obviously he's going to come into camp, and he's catching up. So he's going to run with the threes. We'll see where Michael Ayers stands at the end of the day. I thought he looked good. He's a local guy. I think he's a great story. He's good for marketing for the team. I don't see him being QB1, but he was accurate as well. So all three, once again, it's like every year Birmingham has 3 quarterbacks that can start. It's kind of shaping up to be that way again. I don't know how they pulled it off. No Zach Potter, no Skip Holtz, no
Right.
problem.
It's the brand down there. It's like, they can run one quarterback, run one in. So when the starter, it's like, I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but it's like, oh, starter gets hurt. Well, that's the end of the season. Here comes QB2 and they win a championship. I mean, we've seen it happen. So, but yeah, and Matt Corral, like, I really hope that he's such a talent, and I hope like he makes that next step. But you're right. It did sound like, as you said, maybe a typical Corral, because I mean the guy just will look incredible. Like, this guy needs to be in the NFL, and then you see a throw. It's like, why would you do that?
Right.
But
Which,
he's
to
still got
his
to be
credit,
QB1.
Something that McCanner mentioned to me in media post game was that Corral's been around the block. He's been in so many different systems where it takes a little bit of time for him to get adjusted. And granted, that doesn't excuse mistakes with Skip Holtz, but it does, at least in my opinion, give him a bit of like, okay, here's some leeway here. He's got to learn a whole new system now with AJ McCarron. And he has never had a chance in Birmingham to really be the guy.
Right.
You look at the year one where Adrian Martinez just kind of burst onto the scene and took that starting job from him. Last year, he finally has it because Magoo goes down, and then guess what? Corral gets injured.
Right.
So we'll see. I feel like, hot take, if he can stay healthy, he should be an MVP caliber talent in the league this year with the amount of talent Birmingham has. There's no more excuses for Corral this year, in my opinion. Like, it's show up or go home, I guess.
Yeah.
But Ducky, I know you're going to be quiet until we talk about Columbus, and then you'll probably say like 3 words about them. But
Listen, I was going to chime in about 3 Down Nation. I mean, I was going to say something like, was it that they didn't read it or that they can't read it? 'Cause they sound pretty stupid.
that's what I was looking for, Ducky. That clippable material. So I appreciate that. You know what? Might as well talk about Columbus because Ducky's finally talking. I got to go to their practice on Thursday. One of those teams that's a bit of an enigma, new coach and Ted Ginn and Todd Haley's in there and everyone. I had probably 30 quote tweets on my tweet of Haley calling him Rob Ryan. So
I mean, the dude was incredible.
yeah, his hair is definitely herring. But no, Todd's back. He's excited to be back in football, and I think he's the perfect guy for Ginn to land on this staff because,
Yes.
John, we talked about this for months, right? He needs guys around him that know what professional football is like as a coach, and just having him there, having him be able to run some of these drills during camp, I think has really given Ginn a foundation to build off of here with the Columbus Aviators as they take flight. Jalen McClendon was QB1. He was kind of named that before camp even started. But Jalen Martin's a guy that, is kind of flown under the radar. He's played well in arena ball, on and off the roster with Birmingham, but he looks good. They actually kind of hinted at running packages for him in the offense because he's so mobile. I watched him run a couple QB sneaks. He scored a touchdown on one of them. So Aviators fans, keep an eye out for that. I would not be surprised if we got some Jalen Martin packages throughout the year. Aiden Say is an interesting one because the practice I went to, he looked awful. I mean, he threw a pick right to Kyrie Woods. He was overthrowing passes. But I feel like someone on the Aviator social media read my article because they posted a they posted something about saying playing really well like 2 days after that. So I don't know if y'all are reading or not, but that was not the saying the sign I saw while I was at practice.
Saying. But yeah, I mean, I agree. That saying pickup it still baffles me. I don't understand. I feel like I'm not gonna say exactly what I think
Kyle
about
Sloter.
that. No, legitimately there's plenty of other quarterbacks out there that you could have picked from. I'm not trying to discredit saying. I'm just saying that there are other guys who are more established. But sometimes you gotta take a leap of faith on people. But I don't know if it was just for getting numbers or people to look at the Aviators. Oh, it's Julian Sand's brother, and that's the other thing I hate too. Like, if you're gonna get behind this guy, stop saying that he's Julian Sand's brother.
Well,
Just
but
say that he's Aiden. Yeah, just say that he's Sand.
at this point, do people even know that? Like,
Yeah.
I get it, I guess, to a point, but you're right. And I love that Jalen McClendon feels he's getting his clear cut start. You talked about him, and we saw what he could do when he finally did get his clear cut start. It's like, why was this guy not playing before? So,
Yeah.
I thought it was interesting that there are a lot of people, and you look at the odds too. Like Columbus is one of the long shots, although they keep moving up and down. And and you talked about with Todd Haley there joining. That is the perfect guy to join, that staff, because he's got NFL head coaching experience. He knows what this spring football deal is about. I think that was a huge pickup for Ted Ginn and for the UFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe we'll get some more twerk in the locker room. You never know. But
And I
We'll have to
really
wait
think
and
they
see.
can learn a lot off of each other. Like,
Yeah.
you got Haley, who's really, really experienced, and you've got Ted Ginn, who's he's so new. He might just have like the craziest ideas that nobody would even think of because he's not been established. There's stuff that he could just have in his head that people haven't even thought of yet, which is probably what's going to happen, and they're probably going to go 12-0.
sound like
But
ref.
it really that is a good point. I think a lot of these coaches who come into here, some of the new ones, they might come in with no fear. Like, I've always wanted to try this, or I've always wanted an NFL coach to try this play, and I'm going to try it here in the UFL. I mean, the UFL is known for some interesting offenses and offensive calls. So yeah, I think that's a really good point. He could come in there, and Columbus Aviators could be the team we're all talking about.
Yeah, they will be.
Now, I don't know if he's watching, but Between the Goalposts always enjoys some special teams commentary. Ducky, your special teams are really got me split right now because Ryan Coe was very inaccurate, at least from the little bit that I saw. Missed a 40-something yarder, was pretty short on the couple 60-yarders that he attempted. But your punter, Jake Carmada, former fourth-round NFL draft pick, he looks fantastic. He is.
Jake is the guy. I mean,
I think he might be the best punter in the league.
yeah, yes, he is. Coming from an Ohio State fan, he is pretty well known in Columbus because he kind of is the reason why we lost a lot of games, big games especially, but I'm glad that he's in Columbus now, playing for Columbus and not against Columbus. So that's great. The whole Ryan Coe thing, I think we knew he was bad before he even came to the team. So
We'll see. I mean, hey, I hope the guy proves me wrong. But what I saw in practice, there were wins, so take that into for what it's worth. But yeah, I was not very confident in his kicking abilities after seeing a few of them. As for your defense, though, I think it's got some serious potential. Captain Munnerlyn is just a great guy. I got to talk to him during media day. He's just the type of personality that I can see this guy being a head coach down the road. He's just got that leadership mindset. He knows how to talk. That's a big thing, right? Like when you ask him a
win the
question,
crowd. Yeah.
he's just like spot on. And he's the type of guy that loves talking about his guys. I asked him about his defensive backs. He spent 3 minutes answering my question and didn't even get through every defensive back. Like, he just wanted to hype all of them up. And that's the type of guy that you want in your corner. If you're a guy here that's, trying to get to the next level or just improve your game, like, You want a coach that not just believes in you, but is ready to go to bat for you and just hype you up and show the world, tell the world what you're made of. And there's a lot of guys here that are made it. I mean, DJ Miller, Keegan Whitehead coming over from the Michigan Panthers. Cam Smith's out there, a former, second round draft pick, I think, with the Dolphins. So there's some serious talent that you've got in the secondary. Safety position's a little bit iffy right now, based on what I saw. Marcus Barnes wasn't fully on. But Henry Black's played well. Cat Munderland really likes him, so we'll see how that shakes out. But I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. I'm doing my best to analyze these rosters here in camp, but it's really gonna be hard to say what the hell is gonna happen until week 1 because you can't replicate game day reps until game day, especially especially in spring football, in my opinion.
Right.
And you're going to see, a lot of personnel shuffling around. As someone asked too, do you think that one of the quarterbacks who get cut might be a QB1 for another team? I don't know if I'd go that far, but I think that there are some opportunities for the quarterbacks here that might get cut, to find homes because they are some of them are that talented that they could find a home. And, frankly, some of the teams would be like, hey, that guy is better than, one of the guys we have on the roster.
Yeah. Does anyone know? Is there any teams with more than 3 quarterbacks?
No.
I don't think so.
No, everyone's brought in 3, which is interesting because I guess we'll see. Do they just keep them all? Do we see movement here during camp? I know there's a couple of quarterbacks that teams were trying to get that either sign futures or are kind of waiting still on something to come through for them, which it is March 10th. I mean, I don't think we're really going to see much more futures action, so we'll see what happens. But trying to get down the list here. Houston, I saw some people ask about Houston in the chat. They were curious about Hunter Deckers, Nolan Henderson, how those guys look. Similar to, attending the Kings practice. Obviously, that was with Houston. Hunter Deckers was running QB1 drills, which is interesting. I personally thought he was the least accurate quarterback in that whole group. He was overthrowing a lot of guys. Had a pick late in practice. Donovan Smith is the guy that I want to highlight because he, in my opinion, is the perfect prospect for spring football if you want to develop a guy. He can run. He's mobile. He doesn't fold under pressure. He was able to escape some pressure there, make a play, get the ball down the field, and he can run. And he's got a strong arm. So Nolan Henderson, I know Thorne and I debated this a couple weeks ago about Nolan Henderson and whether or not he should be QB1. He was running with the 3s, but this was because Eric Price knows Nolan Henderson. They've worked together for 3 years. So don't read into that too much. Right now he's trying to figure out Deckers, Donovan Smith, is there something there? Otherwise, I would assume Nolan will start.
That's a good question there. I mean, I want to see Brandon Silvers come in there, like the Cap Rooney of the UFL. Old guy comes in there and then he becomes this. I mean, not that he wasn't a good quarterback before, but he's, a veteran. It would be awesome to see him be a starter there. What do you think how that kind of lines out for St. Louis?
So I'm trying to read between the lines right now because I have not been to a Battlehawks practice yet, which, funny enough, we just got a comment in there. Right. No, I have not. I'm getting there. Hopefully sometime this week. But you're reading between the lines of coaches' comments. They love Silvers. I mean, I brought up Brandon Silvers a couple of times, just the quarterback room to Ricky Prohl. And every time, he praises the other guys, but there's something about Brandon Silvers that he's just man, he said, we're just blessed to have him here. They love his leadership. They love, the veteran experience he has. And, I mean, look, A.J. Smith is there. And I know Harrison Frost has experience in similar systems with June Jones up in Seattle. He's been in the CFL the last couple of years. I think he's played 40 snaps. He doesn't have a lot of experience. So I would assume that Brandon Silvers is a starter. Callie, I don't know where you're seeing Frost is playing better than Wooldridge. I don't think that's the case, but we'll see. Oh, Avion Plummer. Okay. Moving on.
That's credible.
I'm not going to comment on that. Trying to think of what other. I know Deon Cain should be in here shortly. At least that's the plan. But
I hope he stands you up.
Wouldn't be the first time. John, any rosters that kind of really have caught your eye over these last couple of weeks here in camp? that we
No,
haven't
I
talked
mean,
about yet?
no, I mean I've kind of been keeping an eye, being here in Louisville, keeping an eye on the Kings, and we were talking about quarterbacks. They were one of the last to finally sign. Felt like to finally sign that third quarterback, but they were holding out the other quarterback. Was it Emory Jones? That was
Yes.
he
Yeah.
was looking. It sounded like that was a done deal. Then opted for a futures deal. So, but it does seem that quarterback wise with Chris Redmond as the head coach, they have a plan and they have an offense that they want to have a mobile quarterback no matter who's in the game. And that's why I really thought like you could run packages for Lynn Bowden. I mean, not to beat a dead horse here, but I just thought that just to me would have been like for any offensive package they would have had. I think Lynn Bowden could have come in there and run that package, as almost like a fourth quarterback because he does have quarterback experience. But yeah, so that was the one. And somebody did bring up, we haven't even talked about DC. So it's like, they're the team to beat. Like, what can
Yeah,
you
I
say?
mean, talking with some of the guys over the weekend at media day, they understand they've got a target on their back. I mean, it's just kind of what's going to happen when you win a championship. I got to go to their practice about a week and a half ago. The one thing that really stuck out to me and kind of talking to the coaches, they saw the same thing as speed.
Yeah.
Like they specifically, Blake Williams mentioned how when they were drafting guys, when they were constructing this team, they were really targeting guys that have speed. Guys that can not just impact the backfield, but cornerbacks that can stay. Because we're talking about it, John, right? Like, look at the amount of receivers in this league. They're just unbelievable. Like, Lynn Bowden is getting cut. Like, that just speaks volumes
Right.
to the type of receivers we have in this league right now. There's a lot of speed. There's a lot of size. You need corners that can cover ground quick, that can hit hard and make plays. That's what I saw out of DC. I mean, Leon O'Neal's out there now. He's starting at safety for them. He looked really good. And he looked a little like, he hasn't reached his full potential yet because he's only been in DC for a couple of weeks. Like, when he's actually, like, in a groove a few weeks into the season, fully understanding Blake's system, he's going to be dangerous. Like, I know he's all UFL last year. I think the sky's the limit for that kid. Azizi Hearn was another cornerback that really stuck out to me. He had a couple nice plays in coverage. He plays very aggressive. He'll be a good guy to when you want to stick someone up against some of those physical receivers on the outside. That's a guy I could see fitting in right there. Across the board, DC's got a lot of speed. Brandon Smith, that's a big pickup at linebacker that's kind of flown under the radar, but that's a former third-round draft pick. Played at Penn State. I mean, that's a high-profile guy right there.
Now, is Briley Moore going to stay this time?
That's a big what if. I mean,
I just saw that that's the guy I was getting ready to bring up. Like, he's back into camp again. And I mean, that'd be pretty huge. Assuming he's healthy and he stays. Yeah.
Didn't he retire? Went to Columbus. Unretired, got traded, retired, unretired.
Well, he's just kind of feeling it out, man.
Well, I do think that he hadn't fully committed yet to playing in the UFL, and then DC traded for him anyway. That would be my guess.
Respect.
You know what? Shannon wants his guys, and
Yeah.
there's a reason why DC is the way that they are. It's that culture. It's that Shannon Harris, Reggie Barlow, maintain the terror mantra that they've got going, and I mean, I can't knock it. Yeah, Chris, it's all part of the plan. He knows. He's part of it.
Right. I mean,
Gonna see Tisdale on the sidelines this year.
But yeah, I mean, that's when you look at DC like top to bottom, it's that continuity, which I talked to Jordan Tamu about it last week, and with Shannon Harris, like that continuity puts them so far ahead of a lot of these teams in camp because yes, everybody had their roster blown up, but when you bring back that whole coaching staff, and then you bring back that core of players that won that championship, it's like they're a few steps ahead. That's even Jordan Tom who said that. It's like we feel like we've kind of got a head start on everyone because we have some new guys in here who are learning the system, but there's a whole core of us guys that they don't have to teach us again. And also, not to mention, he didn't say this, I'll say this, they're awfully talented too. I mean, it's, there's no question about that talent that they brought back.
Yeah. Also, one of the very few coaching staffs that didn't really change that much.
Yeah.
If at all.
Yeah, and that's something that Coach Harris has talked about nonstop is, he's not just thankful for the opportunity for himself, but he's just so grateful he can bring all these guys back, all these coaches, because that's what this league is for opportunity for these guys. So for Blake Williams now to actually have a chance to be a defensive coordinator for a full season, have that full training camp, some of these guys that they brought in, and more special teams talk. I can't believe Between the Goalposts isn't here right now, but Gerard Cruzy, who's taking over special teams because Jamie Sharper is now your defensive coordinator out there in Louisville, John.
Right.
So he was with DC last year, so they've got a couple new faces there. But Gerard Cruzy's done a really good job so far as special teams. Matt McCrane, that's something we could talk about. That kicker competition, wins that, hits a 65-yarder, gets $200 from Mike Rapoli, and then another $300 to take the guys out to dinner. So I mean, he's probably feeling pretty good right now.
I feel like he's going to be the first that's going to kick the 4-pointer. I'm sure there's a prop bet available out there somewhere. I feel like it might
we
be.
got to find that. Yeah, because there's some good kickers in this league, but there's a lot of unknowns.
Right.
Birmingham's got Jonathan Garibay, which he didn't attempt any long field goals with Arlington a couple of years ago. Ryan Coe, we already talked about. I saw him firsthand trying those. Colton Thieker's another guy that hasn't really kicked a lot lately. We'll see what his leg looks like. But McCrane, he's one of the few because John Hoyland in Houston, the Kings have Tanner Brown. Orlando has Michael Lance, and St. Louis Tucker McCann. It is wild to me. So, Matt McCrane's the only kicker that was brought back.
That is wild. Yeah.
Kind of don't understand that when Matt Coughlin's out there sitting waiting for a contract, but
That is crazy. I guarantee you, Matt will be back if Matt wants to be back in this league. I mean, I know. We've all seen him kick above 60. I don't see why he's not. He's proven. I don't see why we're not signing him. Any team. Columbus, please sign him.
No, I'm looking at some of these kickers. Rodrigo Blankenship obviously decided not to play, otherwise he would have been here. Which again, I just don't understand why you wouldn't come back to the UFL and get film. I just don't.
I just wonder if he felt like he did it and there's nothing else for him to prove, so he can just kick. We all know the NFL. You're going to go through 17 weeks of play, and how many kickers are going to get sent home because they've blown a kick, and they know that it's going to happen. Then Abdul's on it there.
I am disappointed that we've never seen the return of J.J. Molson. He got kind of hosed in Houston last year because of an injury in camp, and he just has not resurfaced anywhere. He was kicking 60-something yard field goals with the Roughnecks, so that's a guy that can come right in and kick you a 4-point field goal for you. So we'll see. I just got word that Deon is on his way, just a tiny bit late, so we will have him on the show here shortly. But I guess to kind of keep the conversation on this kicker competition, John, this has been great. The last couple of weeks, and Ducky, you too, we've actually got to talk about some of this awesome inside content the league's putting out.
Yeah.
We got Rapoli out here challenging the kickers. He's dropping F-bombs. They're posting all of it. He's throwing money at the kickers. This is fun. This is kind of it feels a lot more authentic than what we were getting with The Rock early on in 2023. It's got a bit of a different vibe to it.
Yeah. Because Rapoli's not a guy who's going to he doesn't care about his image, I don't think. The Rock there was a lot to protect there. He's a star. Rapoli's Rapoli. And for them to, the coaches' dinner thing, the kicker competition, all the stuff, and for it to be unedited, that to me, it's great. You're right. It's great content, and we can really see behind the scenes and see some personality here. There was a lot of complaints about, The Rock never showing up for things. He kind of disappeared after about week 1 or 2, and I don't think that's going to be the case with Rapoli. I think we're going to see a lot of him social media wise, TV wise. You see him on podcasts. You see him, he's on Front Office Sports, I feel like, every week. So I think that's great. I think it's great content. It's entertaining, number one. But I think those kinds of things spread the message.
Yeah, it's nice. I don't know how to put it other than the fact that it's nice to see somebody that's passionate about the league, like an owner that's passionate. Right. It's the one thing, you can't teach passion. It's It's been said before, to be said again, but he's truly passionate about the league and he cares about it. He's not going to pretend that his flight is broke or something like that to not see a game. You know, he's actually going to show up to the game. He's at the practices, stuff like that. It's like he actually cares about his product, and he's not just here to advertise his other companies.
The Battlehawks had a sign. There was a guy that had a sign there, and it had like it would change it every home game, like how many games that the Battlehawks had played at home, that The Rock has not shown up for, and it's
I mean,
Jets still having issues.
someone who is familiar with how aviation works was telling me that whatever problem he had said in that video was happening with his jet is scientifically not possible for his specific type. I'm not going to try to explain it because I don't know how, but I just thought that was funny.
Although
Good question by all around Rue, Eric Shanks. We never see him. You know, obviously he's CEO of Fox Sports.
Right.
Considering the fact that they're a little bit less involved now with Rapoli at the helm, I think that explains why we haven't seen him. But he's a back end guy. You know, he's not going to be out here. He never was a front end guy to begin with. So I know he's emerged in a couple photos here and there. He was at a couple like the big events, you know, early on in the USFL, of course, and then I think when the merger happened, he was at one or two things, but it's the CEO of Fox Sports. He's got a lot of other things to focus on. So
now,
he's more than just UF. He has a lot of stuff.
Right.
UFL.
But now I will say that, you know, the USFL was Eric Shank's baby. That's what he brought that back to life. And so I think he's still probably involved quite a bit. But also, if you're Eric Shanks, do you want to really try to get some of the spotlight from Mike Rapoli? I mean,
right.
He's a
and
network
is it worth
guy.
your time arguing with Mike Rapoli over things when it's like, you know what, just take this off our hands, you know?
Which is what they should have done year one.
Well, there could be some of that, but I also think that, like you said, Eric Shanks, he's the back end guy, and he's working deals, he's doing these things, and he's also the CEO of Fox Sports, which has a lot of other things that they're trying to figure out as well. But if I'm him, like Mike Rapoli is out here getting attention. He's in the spotlight. He can speak for us, you know, as R-rated as it might be, that everybody's enjoying that too. So, like, I don't know what role he would even play, and the fact too that how many of us, how many people out there, how many casual fans would say, "Oh, there's Eric Shanks." I mean, I don't think that's his personality. I mean, we're not buddies. It's not like I know him, but I mean,
that is a good way to put it. No one would. Yeah.
Good disclaimer there, John.
Right.
No
I mean, we're not pals, but like, it's how many
sounds an awful
casual
lot
fans?
like something someone would say if they were pals with Derek and didn't want someone to know.
No, I mean, I'm sure he's a great guy.
You know, a hilarious story. But you know what? We're waiting for Deon, so let's get into it. I have this old recording that I think is somewhere still on my Snapchat account. Because the first inaugural year of the USFL, Ref and I, you know, we're a little ballsy. And we, like, got invited but not invited up to, like, the post-USFL championship, like, party on the rooftop of the Canton football stadium. And, you know, I had my camera on me. I was getting shots, so I was like, yeah, why not? I'll go up there. And I took a few pictures, and I just started mingling. I was talking to some people, but there was this big speech that Eric Shanks and I think maybe Gerald Johnston or Brock Hewitt or one of them spoke. And
he was Brock.
Apparently, I'm the only one who recorded it because I still was wearing my media vest. So they were like, wait, we want this footage. So they went to the security camera on top of the stadium, saw that the one person recording was this guy wearing number 40 or whatever it was, did the math, figured out it was me, and then Darren James, the former USFL VP of Comms, was like, hey, Eric Shanks wants this video. James, can you send it to me? So I still have this Google Drive folder called Eric Shanks with those videos shared to a specific email. And it was my old phone, so the quality was so bad. I was like, damn it. Like, if I knew they wanted that, I would have just filmed it on my camera because I had it with me. But I just, you know.
That is a very USFL story.
Yeah, that was.
My goodness. That first year especially was, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Good times, man. Good times. Got a Brock Hewart toasted one up to me. Little wine. That was a fun night. That was, it was that night where I was like, I think spring football's really got a shot. I mean, with Fox and their buy-in, and then, of course, able to make things work with the XFL and their ownership there, and here we are. Mike Rapoli's at the helm.
Yep. And has the investors, man. I mean, it's not just him. I mean, there's some investment capital in there. That's why I always said, people say, well, you couldn't put a team in California because all the taxes and the expenses and all that. If they wanted to put a team in California, they've got the money to cover that.
Mm-hmm.
John, you won't believe the notification I just got on my phone.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if we can see this. Oh, it's backwards.
Oh. No, I
John
can see
Lewis
it. No.
Sports.
That's right.
No way.
In fact, that quote I just said is in that video, so enjoy that.
Let's go. While we wait for Deon, everybody migrate over to John Lewis Sports.
And if you remember, you could have seen that video in January.
Could you believe it, guys? Come on.
99 cents, you could have seen it in January.
Well, I am starting to run out of things to try to talk about here while we wait for Deon. I was told he'd be here in a couple minutes. Gonna give it a couple more minutes here before I follow back up. But, Ducky, you never... is there something that you want to bring up that we should talk about here? I feel like
Where the hell are the mascots at? They asked us all these questions about mascots. Now we're 2 weeks away. Where the hell are the mascots?
Was that Abdul? I think he had talked about that earlier. I remember having to go vote, but of course to vote for the mascots, you had to put in your information and how interested you were in season tickets. It was a whole thing. It was a whole like information grab thing. Yeah. But yeah, it was supposed to be like, I think it was November or December, and they were going to announce those in January. And now I know that there are some teams that are having some fan events here in the next week or two. So maybe that's when they get unveiled. I have not heard about one yet here in Louisville, but I think St. Louis is having one. DC's having one. Yeah. Where are our mascots?
That's what I'm wondering. Man, I want to see Pigby Soren. That's not going to happen.
That's good.
It was good. It wasn't one of the options, though.
That's too bad.
I'm still mad about that, dude. They grinded my gears.
I did see... Because there's going to be a few fan events over the next couple of weeks. In the Defenders' email, they did say that DC's mascot would be revealed.
Oh, okay. Oh.
And they called it a he, so we know that it's identifies as a male.
Yeah,
I would assume.
I think the Aviators
take that for that's all I know. That's the only inside information I have. So it could be anything, but that means it could be Blob. That means it could be Blob. I know. Some people really want him in DC. No. That to be such an easy one. Like, we know he's buried in a closet somewhere underneath Choctaw Stadium. Like, let's get Blob to DC.
And, I mean, they've got to find a way to repurpose the old Breakers mascot. Like, they've got to do – that was one of the greatest mascots ever. It looked like a big thing. It looked like a cool dude made of toothpaste.
Yeah, Colgate. Man. All right, James, you're the host. Keep talking. No doubt.
You're running this show,
trying
brother.
To get Deon on here.
Deon, save us, man.
So you just saw DC and St. Louis. That was it? Or I guess.
That's the only ones that I've seen that are having fan rallies so far. That's come across my radar. I'm not saying that's all, but that's all that I've seen.
Makes sense.
Dave the Wave.
Man, that toothpaste hair was something else.
It was great.
And that one photo of him getting bent over by Blob was wild.
What site did you see that on?
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I have not seen that.
I
don't visit those corners of the internet that you guys do.
It was on Twitter.
Oh, okay.
It's on the Stars or Breakers social. If you want to scroll back that far.
No,
yeah, hey, somebody did bring it up there. Talk about James Baker UFL tonight, because he did a great job on that show, and it was. It's going to be tough to keep matching that every week, but I guess he's going to try to do it. PFN, James, all you guys did a great job with that.
The community spotlight thing I really like. I wanted to do that here. James kept shutting me down, told me to shut up, but
No, I want you to finally talk so I don't have to host the whole damn show.
I'm never going to host one of these things. I
I'm
get
not
too
saying to
awkward for
host.
that.
I'm just saying, like, every so often say something. Oh, boy.
Oh, something. James, you know that doesn't show up on the
I know. It's funny.
It's still the best. That's even better than the actual emojis.
Yeah. Gets me every time.
Wait, where is James Baker?
Probably
Not
working on
here.
the
He's probably
show.
filming the next episode.
So he throws
I
us to the side. We're like Woody in Toy Story. I don't want to.
He's got he's got his own spinoff now. He doesn't leave the old cast here. Doesn't need us.
I'm still actively working on Deon. He's trying to get in. He's in the lobby, but cannot. But he's apparently in the lobby, but I don't see him in the lobby, so I don't know what's going on.
Wrong hotel.
Ducky, take over.
Oh, I don't think so.
Hey, Ducky, you'll be happy to know. Not only have I given the UFL shop a second chance,
Oh,
because
Ooh.
they had a 15% flash sale, so I had that and 20% off being a season ticket holder. So I did order a Columbus Aviators shirt.
there you go.
So now I've got
What'd
a
you-
Columbus Aviators shirt. I have a Gamblers shirt, and I ordered something else that I didn't have. I can't remember what it was. Oh, Orlando Storm. I did order a Orlando Storm shirt. So, but the Columbus Aviators was the only long sleeve shirt I got. Thought you'd be
Is
happy
it the
about
blue
that.
one? Is it
Yes.
the light blue one? That's
That
nice.
thing's,
I love that
it's
one.
sharp. It's sharp.
Yeah. What'd you pick for your season ticket gift?
I got the water bottle.
Okay.
There was we had the choice of water bottle, the tech organizer, which I have about 30 of those around here, and I think a golf towel. That was what ours were.
Yeah. I picked the tech organizer. I'm gonna put like my lens caps and stuff like that in
Yeah.
there, filters. But then I also forgot that whenever Rapoli was getting rid of the Stallions and they said, "Bull, buy tickets," I forgot that I had Stallions season tickets whenever that happened.
Oh.
Because believe it or not, I was trying to save the Stallions at the time. Big mistake. But so I
No wonder you're a hater.
so now I have a Stallions season ticket gift, I guess. I don't know what I'm going to do with that.
Yeah, there was also a giant cluster on trying to order it that day. It told you to put in some number through that your Ticketmaster number or something. Did you run into that?
Your 10 digit number,
Yes,
but you can only
yes.
put in 7 or something like
Right.
that, or vice versa.
Yes. And I finally just figured it out. It was the phone number. Then they took that option away later on because probably everyone was contacting them in Ticketmaster.
Yeah. And then I saw people complaining about it. I'm like, it's a free gift. Like,
Right.
They're like, oh, but they could have been. No, you were getting stupid cheap season tickets
Right.
to professional football, and you're
Correct.
complaining about a free gift. Go touch grass. Go.
I did not complain about it, but it was like this. It was pretty hard to get my $3 water bottle.
Yeah. James, you look like you're freaking out over there. You
Doing
know we
what
can
I
see
can.
you freaking out.
It's a tough life being a producer.
That it is. Especially when technology doesn't want to work, but that's all right.
I think he's just standing you up. He hates you.
He hate me.
He
Rod
hate
Smart
me.
is back.
That would be cool. They ought to do that. They seriously ought to do that.
Bro, imagine what some of those guys would put on their jerseys, though.
Obviously, you'd have to like regulate it a little bit, but like it's like one of those
Let's
things. I hate
go.
gimmicks, but it'd be cool.
Yeah. Yes. All right.
Let's go. Buzzer beater. Just before we're about to call it a day, Deon Cain, I promised we were going to get him on the show. We finally made it happen. Deon, I'm repping your former roommate, Jay Sternberger, today in honor of you joining the show. Rest in peace. He hasn't texted me back in like 10 months. But, Deon, we're happy to have you on representing the Stallions today. Man, how excited are you about the upcoming season? And how blessed are you to be back in camp with Birmingham?
Oh man, it's definitely been a journey going on 4 years. Has been a Stallion. new faces. Same goal though. Excited for future what we got. What we got cooking up here. Have AJ as our new head coach. The new players that we got. Obviously bring new faces too. So I'm definitely what we got going on for sure.
Yeah, I was talking with JoJo Tillery after your practice the other day, and just the amount of talent you guys have on this roster. It's like every year the Stallions somehow just keep getting better and better, and it kind of feels like no one's job is safe right now. Like you still have to go out there and compete here in camp. What has this experience been like for these last couple of weeks with AJ at the helm and just all this new talent here in Birmingham?
I mean, from top, and such a competitor, and him playing at the highest. As accomplished as he have, so it kind of like down with bringing in all the, I guess everybody's saying right now in the receiver room, with all the guys that we have right now, so that's letting you know that he's competitive. He's gonna have a lot of guys where he can feel comfortable for all of them to win and make. So I'm excited with all the guys we got in our room. A competitor, so I'm also going to come ready to work and out and be the best guy in the room, but also be that leader for young guys as well too that we got in our room as well too. But man, I'm excited. The practice have been fun. Everybody has been making plays. I know you guys have been seeing us throughout the media, and I'm pretty sure when you came out, you see how everything was just going from different guys. But it's been fun. Like I said, a lot of guys are coming together. We're hanging out, doing things off the field. Learning each other on the field and stuff too. So it's been great though. It's definitely been a good journey.
I know he's wearing a Stallion shirt right now, but don't be fooled. John Lewis will be rooting against you on March 27th up at Lynn Family Stadium. But believe it or not, I'm going to pass him the mic. John, take it away.
And someone pointed out I do not want smoke from Deon, but Deon, I do want to know what you've seen out of Matt Corral here. We were just talking about him a while ago. He's known to all of us. He's known to spring football. He's certainly known to you. What have you seen out of Matt Corral, and do you feel like he's even making steps to be even better this year?
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. Matt Corral came in a lot more confident. Obviously, just in his ability of he's known the system. He's been in the system before. He's comfortable. He knows the players. He knows the coaching staff. I definitely feel like he's definitely taking a huge stride, and with him being around a lot of younger quarterbacks that's in the room, he's definitely taking like that leadership role of teaching those guys, trying to be a pro in the highest level as well too. So I definitely see that leadership role of him taking over this year, and obviously his play is definitely stepping. Our relationship is always definitely gonna get better each and every year. So I'm definitely excited to see what we cook up this year. I'm definitely hoping, get a full good season out of Matt this year.
Abdul, one of the guys watching here, he wants to know what's the difference of coaching styles between Skip Holtz and AJ McCarron.
I mean, every coach is really different when it comes to coaching style. It really thing that I see the difference from them is obviously he's a younger coach and stuff like that, so he kind of comes teach the game a little bit more, more of an understanding to guys to where we understand, because a lot of these guys have played in the highest level of NFL and stuff. So with our room, we're definitely able to communicate with AJ a lot better because he understands a lot of where we come from. So like I said, it's been a plus to our room because with him playing quarterback and having a communication with receivers, like he definitely know how to get guys open, know what to expect from a lot of receivers as he play with. So really, like I said, I'm definitely excited. I'm having AJ around. It's definitely been a good time for us.
And Deon, finally, we were just talking about AJ McCarron has to have one of the toughest jobs in the league because he has to look at the roster the players that you guys have in camp right now, and he and those coaches have to make cut downs. I mean, it's like, have you seen a training camp like this on the UFL, USFL level that has that much talent in a training camp?
On paper, to be honest, not really.
Yeah.
It's definitely excited to be a part of that. I really don't know how to explain it because, like I said, it's a new league, and to really see all these different faces of pro guys coming into the league, more other guys that played in UFL. It's definitely been a good turnaround, and it kind of see the competitive level of this league is definitely rising. And I definitely feel like that's something that's going to help this league grow and should make the viewership grow up. The play style look a lot more better. Like I said, I'm definitely excited for the future, for obviously for the UFL and the competition and everything.
Deon, I'd be curious to get your thoughts on a couple of these new rules where, you get past the 50-yard line, you can't punt it, you're going to have to go for it or kick a field goal. How is that going to kind of change what you guys do offensively? I mean, it might put you in some unique situations here.
To be honest, I like it. It gives us more opportunity to kind of, get more chances to score points. Like the 50-yard, I feel like it'll make the game a bit more competitive. Defenses have to play a lot more, coverages and stuff like that to stop offenses, especially these high-power offenses in this league this year. But I feel like it definitely added a little twist to the game this year compared to last year. So I'm looking forward to it, especially with the 1 foot rule now. I feel like that's gonna catch a lot of guys slipping too. So
yeah, Deon, you might have a 1,000-yard year now. I mean, now
hey,
Deon,
just by on easy catches.
Deon, I do apologize because this show that you decided to join today with our panel, you've got some ops. I mean, John's a Louisville Kings fan. Ducky, formerly a Pittsburgh Maulers fan, so he's got some hard feelings for you when you had 3 touchdowns on their heads in the championship 3 years ago. But, Ducky, I do need to pass you the mic. Do you have any questions or anything you got to say to Deon while you've got him?
Maybe not no questions, but at least
My guy,
Ducky,
break
your 3 touchdown record on a different team that's not in Ohio. Go do that against Louisville.
Don't do it against Louisville.
Go put 4 against them.
Louisville, first game of the season.
Deon, we appreciate
for sure, man. That's funny. That is funny, bro. You guys are definitely funny. I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
Deon, we appreciate you taking the time. I know you're busy out there getting ready for camp, but one final question. What was your experience like sharing a room with Jay Sternberger? Like, it's got to be some nightmare stories.
Did he text you to say something like that? That is
No. He was on our show every week last year. So I gotta shout out my guy.
I used to hear it all the time because obviously he was my roommate. I used to hear you guys always doing the show, or he always told me that I was gonna go do the show with you guys. And but man, me and Jace been boys for the longest, man. I've been knowing him since we've been playing in the league. So me and Jace always had a great relationship. Like I said, man, we're like family. So I always have a soft spot for Jace, bro. But at the end of the day, I feel like he should have came back and been a Stallion. But man, my boy's doing bigger things. I'm proud of him. But I'm pretty sure he's rooting for us this year to win a championship, and hopefully he'll come back soon.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I know he's gonna be watching it, so he'll see this.
I know. I was always trying to get him to kind of bring you on in the background when we had him on. Kind of like that Pat McAfee, Aaron Rodgers clip with Devontae Adams, where he brings him in. That was kind of what I was going for, but maybe another time.
In like, hey, it's all good. Sooner or later, I might bring him in one day. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. You might have to do it if he comes up to camp. Deon, again, appreciate you coming on. Sorry for those technical difficulties, but I'm glad we made this happen. Giddy up. Any final comments for Stallions Nation before we let you go?
Man, giddy up. Definitely looking for a great season from number 8 this year. We're gonna definitely trying to bring another championship back home. We definitely gonna need y'all first week against the Kings to watch us destroy them. and I want John to wear that shirt.
Well, Deon, we appreciate it. And on that note, I think you might have already dipped. Wait.
Yeah, I had a phone call coming through. My apologies, but I was stating that
just in time. Go take that call, Deon. Hey.
That shirt.
I might get in trouble for wearing this shirt.
Listen, I said I need you to wear that shirt in the game, and I'm going to sign it at the end of the game. Obviously when I break the record for my TDs, I'm gonna do that for Doug.
I'll bring it.
It's got to be underneath your Louisville gear.
All right.
Deon, we appreciate you, man.
Respectfully. Nah, I appreciate y'all, man.
Thanks,
Yes,
Dr.
sir. Hey, enjoy the rest of your week. We'll see you at camp here soon.
The
John,
MVP in the house.
What is up with you just catching strays from these guys? every
Listen,
week?
I try to soften the blow with these shirts, and it's not
It just
working.
comes back to bite you.
I'm just gonna start wearing King stuff every
Man, it's
You
gonna
do
be
have
rough.
to wear that now, like underneath your Louisville gear.
I'll wear it underneath. All right.
Oh, yeah,
I can't wait for March 27th when the Stallions win 62-10, and John has JoJo Tillery doing backflips in his face while Deon's coming up, chugging a beer and signing his Kings or Stallions shirt, whatever it is.
If that happens, I mean, I'll take that too.
It'd be one hell of experience, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they say it's going to be a party at Lynn Family Stadium. That would definitely make it a party.
That would be a party, indeed. Well, guys, this was a fun show. I don't think we have much else to cover from camp. Obviously, there's going to be some more stuff coming up. Cut down day is March 19th. If y'all weren't aware of that quite yet, 9 days until these rosters need to be cut down from 64 or wherever they're at down to 50. So they don't need it. Some of these teams might have 60, 62 at some point because, I mean, we've already seen some guys get cut like Bowden. But, yeah, they'll be down to 50 by the 19th, and that's where it really gets underway. That's when they start preparing for kickoff on March 27th. So I think that's probably about all I got. John, Ducky, any final comments here before we wrap things up? And
the Ravens have backed out of a trade agreement for Max Crosby.
I saw that.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
There you go.
Maybe he'll
NFL
finally become a
news.
Seahawk.
You know what? I think I know why. He's signing with the Stallions. They didn't have enough firepower.
Run the rumors.
Right. Ready for
Zach
game one.
Potter
Per
working
James
behind
Larson.
the scenes.
I can already see the Avion Plumber freaking article getting wrote up right now.
This is a big addition to the Stallions. Yeah.
AI, what do you think about this?
Ay. All right, guys. Well, hey, this was a fun episode. I'm glad we got Deon on. I'm sorry that once again we had, 30% we could hear of what he said. But hey, you know what? That's around the UFL. You got to get used to it.
If you go watch the post video, it's more clear.
Yes, it is. So do that. Give us another view. That way I can at some point make 2 cents off of this video and
Right.
give it
And
to
pay
Ref.
me. Ducky gets a penny. I get a penny.
Perfect. Larson gets nothing per usual.
Put that in my contract.
Till next time, James Larson, Pro Football Newsroom, and Around the UFL, signing off with John Lewis Sports at John Lewis Sports. We got the notification while we were on the show. Go check that out right now and become a member. Ducky, you know where to find him and Flight Deck. Get your tickets for the Aviators in the Flight Deck section. It's going to be fun. That's all I've got. Till next time, the Memphis Showboats suck, I guess.
Brandon UFM sucks.